Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Childhood Finds. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today. This video is going to be a little different than typical on my channel, but it still has aspects of my channel in it. But it's something that I think could be valuable to others, and my channel is very much so built on transparency when it comes to wages and just in general. I try to always answer questions. I try to always be honest. This transparency is going to honestly be kind of embarrassing for me, but I'm going to share it anyway. So first, let me tell you a little bit about myself in case you're new here. I am a full-time reseller. I sell on 4 different platforms now: eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. And I go and buy items at thrift stores, estate sales, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, online auctions. I go and source items there that I can sell online for a profit. And I've been doing it full time for 2.5 years now, and then part time before that as well. But I am going to incorporate this aspect of my life into another aspect, and that is going to be paying off debt. And so let me talk a little bit about my debt. So I have a bit over 16,000 in credit card debt. And it's just one of those things that it happened. I am embarrassed by it. I am slightly mortified by it. But I also, when I look back, know that there wasn't very many ways to avoid. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I don't want others to feel so embarrassed by it. Sometimes it just happens, no matter how hard you work, no matter how good you are with money. You know, before this debt, I had a down payment worth in savings. But a series of events that happened. We had the pandemic. I lost my job, had to move. And then after that, my partner went back to school. And although we had help from his mom on many aspects in his schooling, there were still a lot of things that I had to pay for the both of us. So, and he he couldn't work because he was doing so much in school. He just didn't have the time for it. So I don't blame him in any way for that. It was something I was happy to do, but it did strain the finances. And then after that, we moved to another city, and pretty much the day we signed the papers to move, we found out my dog had cancer. So then we did treatments for him, and just so many series of events in the last couple years that just kept stacking on each other. This year, there's a series of about 6 weeks where I couldn't work because of some family emergency. And then also during that time, we moved, and moving is so expensive into a rental after you factor in first, last deposits, pet deposits, etc. It is astronomical to move. And so with that, my car went down, 6,000 plus in car bills, and it just all added up into this flurry of credit card debt. I have been working to try to get out of it, but it's been hard. We are in a high cost of living area, and it just is what it is. We do not live above our means. I mean, I know it sounds like it because of the debt, but we are frugal. We try our best to, you know, be cheap, be smart with money, I guess you could say. And so I am starting this series of videos because I want to motivate others that you can get out of this debt. Because honestly, it feels crippling to me right now. Absolutely crippling. It feels like I will never get out from under it. It feels like I can't go out and have fun because I feel so much guilt because I have debt that I need to pay off. So I'm going to talk about how I'm going to tackle that debt. And I'm going to do this in a series of videos. And it'll be a little bit more vloggy during the videos, but I'm going to keep you guys updated. And hopefully that can motivate you if you have any sort of thing that you need to pay off as well. And how I'm going to do this, how am I going to pay off this debt, is probably what you are wondering today. So since I resell, one of my main niches is selling used flatware. And that's why I say you might think I'm a little crazy, but I am going to try my best to dedicate all profits from used flatware sales and silverware to paying off my debt. And my absolute dream would be to get out of debt in a year. I don't know that that will be possible because it's all dependent on what flatware I can find, how much I'm selling. It's dependent on so many variables, but that's my goal. I am going to put all the profits from flatware sales into paying off debt. And I have built up this flatware business mostly just this last year. So that's why I say this is something you could do. You can go and find a niche, either whether it be in reselling, whether it be going to DoorDash or Uber Eats or just driving for Uber. You can find something small that you can dedicate some hours each week to slowly put towards paying off the things you need to pay off, whether it also is a mortgage or, a car loan, all those things. You can use something small to just pay off the things that you need to. And that's what my goal is. And I will say that I have quite a bit of it to share with you today. What I will do is I'm going to share maybe like the top 10 sales that I have each month, just so it's not overwhelmingly boring for those that don't care about silverware and used stuff. But I want to use this series of videos to motivate you. And I'm also going to dedicate all the money I make from YouTube flatware videos, so anything surrounding that topic, as well as these videos in particular, these debt paying off videos, all that money will be taken to put towards the debt. And also, how I'm going to break it down is I'm going to tell you exactly how much I made total, how many sales I had. I'm going to tell you how much is getting set aside for taxes. So what I'm telling you is the actual net profit. So I also think it'll be good as just another bit of knowledge to look into if you ever decide you want to do your own business or things like that. So guys, I thank you for joining me. Let me know if you're going to join this kind of journey. You don't have to tell me anything personal. I'm already embarrassing myself enough by saying how much debt I have, but I'm doing it because it'll also motivate me. This is going to hold me accountable because I will think I need to be able to share something. So I need to work hard to be able to do this. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to show you how much I sold. This will be in the month of November 2024. And what I will try to do is update you either each month or every other month on what my progress is, goals, challenges, anything like that. I will update you periodically. Not a bunch because it's not going to be the most thrilling content in the world. But let's go and look at a few sales as well as talk about how much I'm going to be paying off towards each thing. Now let me show you a few sales and then I will talk into numbers and where the money is going, how I'm splitting it up, and basically just how I am tackling this debt and how I'm going to try and continue to tackle this debt month to month. I do want to make one correction. I'll try to make it in the video, but it's actually October 2024 that these sales are representing. And then I will try to get out November 2024 here in the near-ish future. But here is the first sale. This is just 2 dinner forks. And that's why I want to share this with you. So say you're not a reseller. This is just showing you that something small can add up to make a big difference in your life. So reselling is a great way to have a side hustle to make some extra money to either pay off debt or to put towards something fun like a vacation. And you can just pick maybe a small niche to do. So I sell pretty much everything, but I love flatware. I love stuffed animals, books, frames, belt buckles. There's so many things that I just really enjoy selling. So you can just find something small that you like selling and use those profits to better your life. And this first one here is Oneida is the brand. Satin Aquarius is what the pattern name is, and they're just 2 dinner forks. And I sold this lot and this lot as well to the same buyer, and they paid $88.12 for both of those lots. And here in a minute, I will talk about taxes, taking out cost of goods, all those things as well. This is Dansk. It's another brand. The pattern is Thebe, and these are dinner forks, 4 of them, that sold for $59.95. And I also, if you go into my playlist section on my channel, I do have a playlist dedicated that I think it just says flatware or something along those lines, where you can go and find more information if you want to learn about flatware, or just look at the rest of my channel if you want to learn about other different things to sell if you're not a current viewer of my channel. This next lot is Toll. It is stainless hotel multi-motif. They're just serving pieces. They're typically referred to as a hostess set, and there's 6 of them in this lot. They were basically brand new, and they sold for $44.95. This is Oneida again, the brand, Raphael, stainless distinction deluxe. This is another lot of dinner forks. Dinner forks are definitely some of the most valuable things to find. And this sold for $44.06. And you know, say that you have some flatware and you don't want to sell it and you don't want to deal with it. I'm always looking to buy flatware to resell, guys. So you can, I have an email in my description. You can reach out to me there and we could always talk further, but I'm always looking to buy, or if you just want it out of your house, I'm always willing to pay shipping, things like that. Just have to tell me what you have and all those things. But just as a thing out there, if you just don't want to deal with it, because there are certain things when it comes to selling, especially that I don't enjoy. I hate selling clothes and shoes. I still do it, but I hate it. So just throwing that out there because, you know, I'm always looking for more flatware, because this paying off debt will be so determined by if I can continue to find it. Things fluctuate. And so if that happens, guys, I will pivot and I will tell you how I'm pivoting. So I will keep you updated throughout the process and just let you know how things are going. Also, you know, if I have huge bills one month, I'll tell you, maybe I can't dedicate quite as much as I'd hoped. Like I just had another big car bill, surprise, surprise. And so I'm gonna still try to do all that I wanted to, but I might be a little hindered. We'll see. This one is Laufer Towel Magnum, and this is 3 salad forks. And they sold for a best offer of $42. Then this is International Silver, and IS is usually what you will find on the back of the piece is IS for International Silver. This is Navajo, 3 dinner forks. This sold for a best offer of $38. Here is Oneida Aquarius. This is a glossy version, and these are just 2 single iced teaspoons, and they sold for a best offer of $32. And this last one is another Oneida Cantata glossy stainless flatware, more dinner forks. I sell more than just dinner forks. It just so happened that a lot of these were for dinner forks, and this is $29.95. I will say the next video, guys, my flatware sales absolutely exploded in November, and I will definitely have a lot more in the next one. So now let's look at the breakdowns. So this is just kind of a crude Excel sheet. I like numbers and I like seeing them. I could format it better, but it's fine. But this is where I go over each item. I talk about how much it sold for, and then I talk about the earnings. So earnings is going to be how much I earned on the platform that I sold it. And that will be after fees, shipping, all of that. So that's how much money is going into my pocket. And then I have here a cost of goods column. That's about how much I paid for each lot, and then total profit here. So you can see here I sold 29 listings worth, and the profit column and the total in the profit column was $647.89. Now we're going to talk about some deductions, as well as going over how much I earned on my YouTube videos to factor in as well. And so my shipping supplies here, I am counting at about 35 cents per listing and per package I sent out. So sometimes I sent out multi-quantity, or I sent out more than one item to a buyer. And so each package was 35 cents I deducted. And so the total was $10.15 that I deducted from the total profit. And then here I have my YouTube videos, and this is all the videos that I found were related to flatware that I have created over the last couple years I've done this. And it is, right now it's 5 videos, and the total was $6.49. So that's, you know, I'm rich now. But you know, that's fluctuating over time. And those are older videos, so anything I can make is wonderful. And so I'm gonna take that little bit of profit and I'm gonna put it into my total as well. And the other thing I wanna talk about are taxes. So being self-employed, entrepreneur, if you also decide to do this reselling thing as well, to do what I'm doing or something like what I'm doing, please, you gotta look into taxes, guys. I'm not a tax expert, but it's something you need to consider. Especially, you need to pay taxes on anything you owe, but each year the IRS threshold for sending out a 1099 is decreasing. And so that this year it's going to be $5,000, and then next I believe it's $2,500, and slowly down to $600. So do consider taxes and keeping track of your cost of goods, all of that, your deductions, everything. But I'm taking out 25% from this total. So that is going to be $161.06. So my net profit on all of the flatware and the YouTube videos is $483.17. So how I'm going to do this to pay off is, no matter what, I'm going to pay my minimums. And everything that I'm making on flatware is going to be the extra, because everyone knows that has had debt or loans or anything. If you just pay the minimum, you're going to be paying forever, and you're going to be paying so much in interest. So that is the minimums I'm going to pay just out of my regular earnings. And then what I make extra on this flatware will be extra payments. And so my minimum or my payments are $235 on one card, $173 on another card. And then I took this number, the $483.17, split it in two, and I just divided that in half and put it towards each card to bring down the balance on both of those guys. There are definitely different ways you can pay off debt. You could get a loan, a lower interest loan. There's so many things you can do. Personally, this is how I want to try to tackle it. I want to just tackle each of these cards and see if I can work it down that way. If it comes to it, I need to look at other options, I will. But I really just want to try to tackle it this way for the easiest method for myself. And so the total I'm going to be paying off on one card is $477, and the other card will be $415. Next month, it's quite a bit more with sales. So let me show you the starting balances, because I think that'll be interesting to everybody each video. My starting balance here is $16,504. I will try to clean up this Excel document for future videos so that it's easier for you guys to understand as well, mostly just for my use. But I'll try to clean it up so you guys can see it better as well. But the total debt I have is $16,504.14. It's embarrassing. Let's just be honest. It's embarrassing. I never thought I would tell people that, but here I am. And so each month I will update you what that starting balance is. Know that it's going to fluctuate because, again, interest comes on, so it's not going to just be a straight shot at tackling this debt. And hopefully I won't need to use my cards, but if there's emergencies, I'll tell you. So everybody, thank you for joining me for this video. I never thought I'd do something quite like this, but I wanted this video to be able to motivate people. And I am working so hard to make 2025 a very successful year. I have so many plans for the future and financial freedom, and getting out of debt is going to make it possible for me to get there. So guys, I'll see you on the next one.